What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And before we begin, if you like the content, remember to press like and subscribe, put the bell notification button so that every time when I go live, you basically can see me doing the live and you could see from the beginning to the end so you know what's happening in the market. And I want to drop a hint today. So I'm trying to build a very close-knitted Discord community. And if you like the content, if you are an existing follower, I actually have a secret page that I added on my website, nonfungible.tc.com. So feel free to check it out and try to find that secret page because there is a Google form where you can fill in some information, and maybe we can build a community together if you like the content. So without further ado, why is the market pumping, right? If you look at NASDAQ yesterday, this is like the one-day chart for NASDAQ. We basically, the whole day was actually green, right? So it was pumping. And as a result of this, Bitcoin was able to pump back to 20,000 levels, right? And this is pretty much led by Ethereum as well. So these are the old trend lines that I used before. But this is on a daily trend, right? So Ethereum has been pumping in the past 2 days. And now we are at 1,535. And so you'll be asking, hey, why is the crypto market pumping? Well, I can tell you the crypto market is pumping because NASDAQ is pumping, right? But the question is, why is NASDAQ pumping? Because yesterday Google came out, the earnings wasn't as good because even Google was saying that, hey, the crypto bear market is causing us to have lower revenue, right? And because of the crypto bear market, we have less revenue from financial institutions, from crypto companies, and therefore the quarter free earnings isn't as good as what people would think, right? So at the same time, look at this, right? Revenue declined. A company will cut headcount growth by half in Q4. And there was an article about one of the people saying from Google that crypto company Crypto Winter did have some effect on the earnings as well. Okay. So why is this still up, right? Like, why is the market still up? Of course, Google, Alphabet went down a bit and then it went back up, but why is the market still up? Well, let us look at the traditional market yesterday and kind of come up with some analysis, okay? So a few things are happening right now. Twitter, Elon Musk is expected to close the deal by Friday, okay? But he did say that he might cut around 75% of the headcount, which is actually quite a lot. But a lot of people are saying that there's a point because, in Twitter, basically there's no engagement. There's a lot of bots. If you are talking, if you're tweeting with major accounts, it's very hard to have meaningful engagement and connections because there is loads of bots on Twitter. And therefore, these programmers, these developers have been there for quite some time. And why isn't this being solved, right? So, Apple is cracking down NFTs. That is something that was shared about yesterday. Oil companies making bank. Amazon with Vimo. Kanye West is no longer billionaire and also being canceled in a way that Adidas has canceled the partnership with Kanye West, right? So today, I think one of the things that so all three major stock indexes advanced for a straight season. So yesterday, all mega caps led the rally. Okay, S&P 500 has climbed from its October 12th bear market low. Okay, Europe stock is up. Alphabet missed Q3 earnings per share, revenue estimate slower growth, and a decline on YouTube ad revenue. Okay, so it fell, but it did not affect that much to the crypto market, right? So today we have Boeing and Meta and Hilton Hotel. So definitely Meta's earnings will have some effect to the market because it will affect the Nasdaq, right? So but yesterday Spotify, one of the big names that we're looking at, did beat beat Q3 revenue estimate, but posted worse than expected losses, okay, despite a 20% year-over-year increase in monthly active user, right? So I'm not sure about you, but lately I've been watching Netflix. There was a show about Spotify and also how it all began in Sweden. So it was actually a very interesting show that you could definitely check out. It's actually called Playlist. Regardless, let us go here. U.S. Consumer Index fell and stuff like that. So it seems like the market hasn't recovered, right? This bull rally is very weird because in general everything is actually quite red. So Asia market actually this morning was green because it was dumping quite a bit. Europe market is kind of mixed. Pre-market right now is down after the Alphabet and Microsoft. So, well, there is a few ways that why the market pump. Either it is because of a pre-announcement pump. Okay, markets sometimes do that. People speculate that there will be good earning result and there's a pump before it announces. But there's another way of this saying that, and that is it seems like a lot of tech companies, right, according to some analysis, are deciding to buy back the stocks, okay? Because right now these stocks are actually at very low numbers, and a lot of these tech companies hold a lot of cash. So in the past, when the stock is very expensive, they're not going to buy back the stocks, right? They're not going to do that. But now, since the prices are quite low, they can buy back. And with this narrative, there could be a reason that why these stocks are actually pumping, right? Either because these tech companies are buying back the stocks, or people know that they're gonna buy back the stocks and therefore it pumps, right? Another reason, this is a personal reason that I think, and it's not being proved anywhere or whatever, is that we do know that the Hong Kong Hang Seng Index has been jumping, and also the Chinese indexes has been jumping the last few days. Okay, so basically what happened is that the money is leaving Hong Kong, right? If you sell, it basically you hold cash, right? Is it possible that some of the money actually went to the US market, right? And if that's the case, that could also explain why there was a rally yesterday, right? But this is a very far-fetched idea, but I don't think it's out of imagination. So today, if you look at traditional market Wednesday, some announces new home sales and stuff like that. We'll see how the market is doing. But tomorrow is actually we'll have the advanced GDP, so even more volatility tomorrow. So this is definitely a very volatile market because you do have to go through some of these hurdles, core PCE, advanced GDP, to really have an understanding of where the market is going. But it seems that inflation isn't really controlled. But there is news showing that housing prices are actually down, right? So maybe the inflation could be controlled to a certain extent because Europe gas prices are actually down, which I covered a while ago. So if we look at this, Bitcoin, total market almost back at 1 trillion, which is great. We are now at 997 billion. Bitcoin back at 20,670. Ethereum at 1,536. Stable coins market cap went up. So what it tells you is that people were taking profit in this rally, but at the same time, market is entering into the space, right? Because the market cap is up. What does this do for NFTs, right? If you look at NFTs, if you look at the market pairs in the last 7 days, if you look at increased floor, nope, didn't really increase floor. If we look at the increased volume, the NFT rally was actually a while back. Right now it's kind of sideways, and I think there's a chance that there will be more listing actually. The reason for that is because Ethereum is going up. People might want to take advantage of this rally to immediately sell some of these illiquid JPEGs and take profit on Ethereum price, and then maybe buy back when the market tanks and then buy more NFTs. That could be a strategy, or it could be just a take profit strategy. So moving on to our crypto market cap, yes, we are at 953, which is great. Closing back to the 1 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is actually 41.58. So this rally is pretty much led by Ethereum. Look at this. Ethereum dominance actually just pumped 9. So Ethereum is at 19.69 dominance, right? Which is actually quite high, okay? So traditional, crypto news. Crypto bank as SIBA launches institutional custody service for Ethereum NFTs. So maybe there's demand for institutions to look into NFTs. Former chairman may face 8 years in prison for alleged 30 million fraud. Okay. Dogecoin joined Ethereum double-digit gains yesterday. Circle bullish on EU growth. Regulators turn attention to developing DeFi rules. Okay, so EU is looking at that. There's also a news saying that the UK is actually trying to make crypto like a regulated financial instrument, which is something like that. There's also positive news of the new prime minister being very pro crypto and also maybe NFTs because he likes Bored Ape over CryptoPunk. Right? So there's this debate as well. But at the same time, this debate saying that he's actually very pro CBDC as well. So we have to see, but at least you have one prime minister who kind of understands the space, right? Who could actually say that, oh, besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, he prefers dabbles into a bunch of tokens, right? So will Binance still back? Elon Musk Twitter took over, I think so, CEO says. And then Bitcoin hits 20,000, so we covered that already. So moving to NFT news, Free Friends announced division for exclusive community event, so they're expanding. Franklin fat fingered again. So he was actually using the Blur marketplace. He accidentally sold a body for 6 Ethereum, and he brought back for around 60 Ethereum. So he fat fingered by accident. So why is it again? Because in the past he kind of fat fingered for another sale that is related to ENS domain, and he lost like 90 Ethereum, something like that. I remember. So yeah. So Apple new rule, we covered this yesterday. NFTs allowed but no extra functionality. So in Singapore, High Court rules NFT can be considered property, right? So this was actually similar to a previous case where someone was borrowing money using the Bored Ape, and then there was an injunction in Singapore as well. So moving to LFG news, I do think that there's nothing really. So there was a lot of weird avatar news about trading volumes and stuff like that. But there was a interview with Zagabond from Artisan. So Artisan is actually the media company under Adrian, K11 Musia, and his hopes for the future. So everything comes together really. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's it for today's episode. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.